Hi everyone, I'm Jenna, and today I'm here to tell you about a very magical readathon that I will be participating in the month of April. And you can tell by the wand I'm holding and the background behind me, this is a Harry Potter themed readathon based on the exams that the students that go to Hogwarts have to take. And this first one is all about the O.W.L'S, and it just sounds really awesome and cool. Because essentially this year, unlike last year, she has made this booklet that she has compiled a ton of careers that you could essentially go for. And then you have classes for each of the careers. Then she gives you this sheet that has all the classes on it, and then it has a book prompt that goes along with the class. And from that prompt you have to pick a book that you want to read essentially for that class. And that's basically what this readathon is about. If you want to know more about this readathon, because I think G over Book Roast explains this a whole lot better, I'll leave a link below to where she talks about that. Well, now let's get on to the career I picked and the books I have to read to get all my owls for. My career. So the career I chose is wand making. And for this, I have 5 classes I need to take. Ancient Ruins, Rhythmic C, Care Magical Creatures, Charms, and Herbology. And I think I can read 5 books in a month. That doesn't sound too terribly unreasonable. So for Ancient Ruins, I chose Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik. And this is a fairy tale retelling of Rapunzel, if you couldn't already tell from the title of this book. Then the next class I need to take is Rhythmic C. And for this I have to read a book that is written by more than one author. And for this I chose Illuminae, Book 1 in the Illuminae Files by Amy Coffin and Jay Kristoff. The reason why I chose this book is because I've heard that it is a fast-paced book that is quick to get through because of the unique format that it has, because it has lots of files and interviews and things like that throughout this whole book that just means you get to this so much faster than you would if it was a regular novel. And the next is Care Magical Creatures, and for this I needed to find a book that had a land animal on the cover. And for this one it was kind of hard to find a book for it because I didn't have any books that had land animals on the cover. But I did manage to find one, and that is this Peanuts comic book by Charlie M. Schultz. And this particular one has 2 books in one, and they both have Snoopy on the cover. And the next class is Charms, which has to do with age lines. And so for this you have to read an adult book, and for this I decided to go with Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. And this is a book that my brother got me, not this Christmas, but last Christmas, and I still haven't read it. And the last class I need to take is Herbology. And for that, you need to read a book with a plant on the cover. And for this, I decided to go with Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. And I decided to do this one because it has grass in the background and also trees, which fits this so well. And I decided to do this also because it is contemporary, and I've been on a little bit of a contemporary kick lately. read books that fit the other classes if I have the time. So the other classes are Astronomy, which have to read a book with a star in the title. And for this, I decided to go with Sky Without Stars. Basically, this is a new release, and I heard about this because it is a retelling of Les Mis. This is set in space, and I can't wait to see how this is executed. This is Offense Against the Dark Arts, and it's all about Reducto. So you have to read a book where the title starts with an R, and for this I'm going with The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness. You're probably thinking, Jenna, it starts with a T in the, but I'm not counting the because in situations like this, you don't count the. So and hopefully I'm not bending the rules, and hopefully this works for this challenge. And we have Divination, which is to read a book set in the future. And for this I chose Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. Now this book isn't your typical futuristic book. This is basically a post-apocalyptic future where we follow this sort of Shakespearean actors and follow them after sort of like the end of the world kind of happened. The next class is History of Magic, which is to read a book that was published 10 years ago or longer. And for this I chose Midnighters, The Secret Hour, Book 1 by Scott Westerfeld. And this book is a reread for me. I've been wanting to read the Midnighter series for a while and just haven't gotten around to it. And I figured since this is over 10 years old, that this would be the perfect opportunity to do that. And then the next class is Muggle Studies, which you have to read a contemporary for. And for that I chose a recent purchase, and that is Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. And this is one of those books that I've been seeing in the bookstore and seeing people talk about this and just haven't picked it up, but always been intrigued by it. And finally, last time I was in the bookstore, I decided that I was going to purchase it, and now I'm just really excited to read this. And the second to last class is Potions, and that's about like the next ingredient, and so for that you have to read a sequel. And for that I decided to go with A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab, and this is the second book in the Shades of Magic series. And I read the first one in January. I still want to get back into this world, so that's why I put it for this challenge. And the last class is Transfigurations, where you have to read a book with sprayed edges. And for this, I chose The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. And as you can see, it has sprayed edges in my favorite color, purple. So this worked really well for this challenge. Those are all of my books that I plan to read for the O.W.L'S Read-a-thon. I'm going to be reading the books that go towards the wand making career first, and then if I get to all those 5 books, then I will delve into some others so I can get a higher grade. Hope I can do that, but we shall see. So I guess that rounds out this video for today. I really hope you liked it, and I will see you soon for a new video. Bye!